Good morning, this is Cara-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncover No More. I began some incense and a tea candle today. I'm going to pull cards for Robert Browning. So it's automatic when Robert Browning is here. Elizabeth Barrett is here with this book. For which I'm privileged. Incident of the French Camp is what I'm going to read today. Here's the artwork. Now, when I pull the runes, I will pull from, when I draw the tarot, I will keep in mind the colors that came to me as I read. This is an extremely important poem. I'm going to go straight on the book here. This is extremely important. It is the key since I was born of understanding true courage of men and women who go to war. In this day and age, we don't, God have mercy, help me verbalize this and show reverence towards the real people. We do not have any idea what true courage is in the United States of America in this day and age. If we did, those of us who are advocating for this true courage would not have bots attacking us 100% of the time on Twitter. There would be certain people already in jail. And it's most of the leadership, white, male, and gray-headed, of the grand old party with their accomplices that have vaginas. You can't tell a lot of times what color their hair is. They use makeup and hair color. And while I'm not going to diss that, I am going to say it's a circus. But not the real federal government. President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris are really courageous people, despite all of their mistakes in their pasts. I would have to say there were Republicans that were really courageous people. At the beginning of my life, when did the shift occur? Question I'm not willing to answer. The shift towards fascism actually occurred at the writing of the Constitution, and the war being waged worldwide is called Armageddon, and I am someone who understands the apocalypse as well. And I'm not going to explain that whole thing that I just said in this video because I already explained it in a painful video and set of runes and art yesterday, and it's on a blog. Just recently, I had a bit of a private breakthrough that is going to be repeated verbally by me if I continue to be accosted verbally, judged, even from a distance. And here's what I said. You would have to go read all of my current blogs, 9 or 10 of them, peruse all of my YouTubes, 3 of them. One has been halted due to the concepts of child rape. I do happen to show reverence for true courage. In that case, my oldest daughter, on the internet. Now let's switch gears. I already had to switch gears. As I bleached out my showers drain because of the gunk and the smell, it's better now. I colored. I'm enjoying that. I have filled 2 trash cans with Lysol outside. They've got to be cleaned out tonight. They're going to have sunshine. I watered some plants, talked to the birds, trimmed my roses. The trimmings are with my big basil tree in a large punch bowl with drying sage. So now the roses are going to dry over Thanksgiving and Christmas. And made sure my dog Dusty was pottied. Asked him to go poo-poo, and he did. Haven't picked it up yet. That's Thursdays and Mondays, because the trash goes out Tuesday morning. Talked about a few chores that we can possibly do coming towards the weekend. Have set new boundaries that I must log in my blue book that I've already put on YouTube that stays under lock and key, because I have decided to rewrite my history myself as a solitary pagan on certain days. My first one is this coming Saturday. I do not know how to take a day. I don't know how to do that. I do not thank you, American Christianity and Catholicism, for that fact of my extremely innocent and pure life. You don't teach women how to love themselves at all. You teach them how to suck dick. Do you have any questions? You teach girls to give their bodies over to men. The battle is farther forward here than in Iran. My heart is broken this morning. What the Iranian women are going through. Now let's go back to courage and battle, because there are Iranian men that are courageous in this battle. They do not want their women treated this way anymore. So you keep that in mind, that I understand this concept worldwide. And why don't you, Grand Old Party constituents, advocate for the throwing into jail of your criminal leadership instead of hiding behind Twitter accounts and pretending that you are in the truth when you're not. I've taken to ignoring you. I'm not even going to block most of you because you're such idiots of criminality, and you should know it, and you're not. You're just playing games. You like games. Remember, this is Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncovered No More. Civil and war don't belong together. Ain't nothing civil about war. Lots of people do not like the concept that I just said in one statement that I've been saying for 6 months. It needs to come out on a t-shirt if you want the honest truth, but I don't wear t-shirts with any writing on them anywhere. Coward, Cara, what the fuck ever. Don't care what you've got to call me, think about me. Thank God. The war is won in my life. W-O-N. Okay. So building truth, we go. Now I am placing the black screen on the desk that Uncle Robert Paul Beatty built, extra tall for a person that should be in jail. It's mine now. Rapists, child molesters, internet, in person, incest instigators, groomers of children, go to jail. That's all I got to say. Just fuck off and go to jail. Incident of the French Camp by Robert Browning. You know, we French stormed Ratisbon, a mile or so away. On a little mound, Napoleon stood on our storming day. Indeed, Florida, I intercede for you. With neck out thrust, you fancy how, legs wide, arms locked behind, as if to balance the prone brow, oppressive with its mind. Just as perhaps, he mused, my plans that soar to earth may fall. Let once my army leader, Lannes, waver at yonder wall. Out twixt the battery smokes there flew a rider bound on bound, full galloping, nor bridle drew until he reached the mound. Then off there flung in smiling joy and held himself erect by just his horse's mane, a boy you hardly could suspect. So tight he kept his lips compressed, scarce any blood came through. You looked twice ere you saw his breast was all but shot in two. Well, cried he, Emperor, by God's grace, we've got you, Ratisbon. The marshal's in the marketplace, and you'll be there anon, to see your flagbird flap his vans, where I, to heart's desire, perched him. The chief's eye flashed, his plans soared up again like fire. The chief's eye flashed, but presently softened itself as sheathes a film the mother eagle's eye when her bruised eaglet breathes. You're wounded. May the soldier's pride, touched to the quick, he said, I'm killed, sire. And his chief beside, smiling, the boy fell dead.